Good morning, internet folks. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about my dream camera setup. It is the Canon C70 with the CN20. Just kidding, that lens is way too much for me. I would want the Canon EF 200-400 f4 IS USM with the 1.4 times teleconverter built in. If I was carrying around the CN20, I feel like I would cry like all the time. Carrying around $60,000 worth of glass? Are you kidding me? Now I'm going to explain why this is my dream setup. The C70 benefits. I have made 2 videos now comparing different cameras to see which one is best for my use case. The C70 lies in the sweet spot for me of the best from a cinema level camera while retaining my favorite features of a DSLR or mirrorless camera. It is big enough to look professional while also being comfortable to hold. It has the video capabilities to be on Netflix while not costing you everything you have. As I mentioned, I've already done 2 videos on the Canon C70. You can check them out here. Now, is it cheap? No. This camera and lens setup is around $25,000. Now, here are some things that you could buy instead for $25K. A pretty decent car. Half of a year's salary for the average Canadian. Some weird Farris wheel thing that I found. And for all that, do you get much? Well, it depends on who you are. For me, yes. This lens is amazing. An amazing camera and lens combination so that I can show all you guys how I see the world. The lens has crazy range, allowing you to get super close to the wildlife while not disturbing them in the slightest. I would love to see the inside world of bugs and animals, seeing behind the curtain as it is. I love seeing the animals acting naturally. Now, obviously I haven't reviewed this lens. I mean, the lens itself is $15,000, but I've wanted it for a while. It is much more attainable, for me at least, compared to the CN20. It's still gonna take a while to save up, so until then, there is a cheaper option for me, which is a lens from the Sigma Contemporary series. It is an amazing lens with a very similar focal range for the fraction of the price of the Canon 200-400, and you wouldn't even need the teleconverter. I have not seen any of the Sigma lenses in person just yet, but I'm potentially getting one. And I'm thinking of the 150-600 f5 6.3 Sport. It is the fraction of the price, and when you are getting up into the cost of these lenses, that massive step in prices offers a marginal increase in resolving power. But let's dive into the amazingness that is the Canon 200-400. I mean, what can I say? Oh yeah, that is a massive lens and a massive cost. 15 grand. Now it's time for me to try and justify that size and cost. Not to mention why I would consider it to be part of my dream setup. This lens comes in at an awe-inspiring 14.5 inches and a whopping 3,620 grams. That's just shy of 8 pounds, by the way. That is a massive, very impressive lens from Canon's L series of glass. I mean, look at the size of the thing. The hood is big enough for a nice big bowl of salad. The lens comes with a built-in and lens calibrated 1.4 times teleconverter, and it turns this lens from a 200-400 to a 280-560 millimeter, meaning that you have a working range from 200 millimeters all the way up to 560. Not to mention, if I throw this lens on my Canon 90D, because of the crop sensor, this is now turning it close to a 900 millimeter lens, 896 millimeters to be specific. When putting it on my hypothetical Canon C70 with the 0.71 focal reducer, it would only be the 200 to 560 millimeter range. Now, that's a crazy investment, especially considering the current economy. But I mean, honestly, money comes and goes. So why not rack up that credit card debt, write it off as a business expense, and file for bankruptcy? But in all seriousness, it is a super expensive but capable setup. My favorite part of this setup is getting crisp footage without disturbing the wildlife. Not only all of that, but I'm also working on an entire setup for a wildlife project I have planned for next year. I will be making a full-length documentary on puffins off the coast of eastern Canada. The C70 and whatever lens I end up getting, along with other super fun pieces of equipment that I can't wait to show you. So if you want to see that, subscribe, like, and comment. If you really want to help me achieve my goals and you like my content, you can visit my website and purchase some of my photos on canvas or print. Link in the description. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you all enjoyed today's video and have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see all you fine internet folks next Tuesday morning. If you want your wildlife or pet footage and a shout out at the end of my video, send it to me for a chance to be featured at the end of one or more of my videos. Again, thank you so much.